So you've decided to move. Just one thing. You currently don't live here in Southwest Florida. You live in another state. Well, don't worry. This video today is going to share with you 5 tips for moving to Southwest Florida from another state. So you're moving from out of state. First tip for buying a house from out of state is to do your research. You've got to make sure that you've put a little effort in to figure out where it is that you want to be. We've got so many great areas here in Southwest Florida, and we literally have something for everyone. But we need your help to help you figure out where you want to be. Do you want to live close to the beach? Do you want to live on a golf course? How close do you need to be to the airport? Are you going to be bringing a boat? Do you need a dock in your backyard? Do you absolutely want to be in Naples? Do you prefer to be, a little bit further east of Interstate 75? There are so many questions that we will go through with you to help you narrow down so that when you come to visit, we have a much narrower selection of places to look at. Otherwise, it can just be so overwhelming. But don't worry, because that's part of our job. We are here to walk through it with you step by step, one step at a time, and help you figure this out. Along those lines, and I pretty much already talked about it in step 1, but tip number 2 is you have got to use a local realtor expert. This is the only way for you to really efficiently get this done. That way, if you don't find something on your first trip when you're here, they're going to be working with you to see what it is that you like, what it is that you're looking for. And when you go back home, or if you are doing this remotely from another state, and I promise you, a ton of people are buying houses without even seeing them before closing, it can be done. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to head out to properties that I think are going to work for you. We're going to talk about it. We're going to set up a time. We're going to FaceTime, or I'm going to take videos and I'm going to send them to you so that you can get a thorough walkthrough of that house to see if it is going to meet the criteria for what you're looking for. I know it sounds crazy, but I promise you, we have hundreds of people who are buying homes every day here in Southwest Florida, and oftentimes they are not even stepping foot in the house before they close. The next tip, and these all go hand in hand with each other, so you'll see that this is just the process that we follow. But once you've got your trip scheduled, there has got to be some narrowing down before you come on your trip. If you're only coming here for a couple days, there is just no way that we will be able to see everything. Not to mention that once you have looked at 3, 4, 5 houses in a day, they all start to run together, and it gets very overwhelming and very hard to keep straight what is what. So we're gonna work really hard before your trip to do some of this research and do some of this homework so that we have a very specific and pointed list when you come to town. 4th tip for buying a home out of state, buying a property. You really have got to know the market. And this is where you need to lean on your realtor expert partner to help you with this. It is vitally important that you are very familiar with what is happening in the market. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? What are the comps of the homes that you're looking at? This is all very important information to have before you put together any offers on properties. For example, right now, we are in a seller's market here in Southwest Florida. April of 2021, we've got multiple buyers for every house that comes on the market. So it is critical that you have someone on your side who knows how to work those offers up, knows how we're gonna get offers accepted to give you a fighting chance to win the offer on the house that you fall in love with. The number 5 tip. Even if you are buying this house from out of state and you are not here, you want to make sure you do your home inspections anyway. Your realtor partner should be able to help you with this as far as showing up and giving the inspector access. And they do this all the time. So the inspector will come in, they will do their report, they can give you a call and discuss it with you on the phone, coordinated through your realtor. But either way, they will email you a copy of their report and are usually always available for questions. This is a big piece, and it's really important not to miss it. You want to be sure that you've done your due diligence so that you know what it is you're purchasing. Now, I say that with a caveat because right now in our seller's market, oftentimes offers are being submitted and they are removing the inspection contingencies sometimes. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you don't still do an inspection, but what it does mean is that you agree that you're gonna purchase the house as is and you're not gonna ask any kind of inspection repairs. In a normal buyer's market, very common to put these forth and then carry on from there. So things are a little different right now in our current state of real estate market here in Southwest Florida. Bonus tip, and this is one that you really do need to consider. It is completely possible to purchase your home and not even come into the state of Florida for your closing. So just one word of, I don't even know if caution is the word that I'm looking for, but there are a lot of variables that are happening right now in our closings, especially in this very busy market. So if somebody is a mail away closing, that requires the paperwork to be done prior to closing so that it can get FedExed. Notary closer is going to come and sign and notarize those papers, then it has to get FedExed back. So just know that if you're going to do a mail away closing, which is what they're called, that there might be some extra steps involved, which can put the actual closing date at risk. So the title companies have really, through COVID, have really figured out how to make closing process very streamlined and easy, even if people are not in person. So it is 100% doable. Do you remove some of those risks if you come and sign in person? I mean, mostly. It doesn't take away all of them though. There's still a lot of pieces that have to fall into place at the end with a lot of different partners involved. We've got lending, we've got title company, we've got buyers, we've got sellers who may or may not be in town. So just a tip to just make sure that you are very clear on what is happening and the timeline for that. If you're doing a mail away closing, you will not be signing papers on the day of closing. You should be signing them ahead of time. So we are here to make this process as easy as possible to you. We want to remove as much stress as possible. So if you have questions or if you're interested in considering purchasing a home from out of state, as I said, people are doing it every day and they have all kinds of questions. Please reach out. You can reach us on social media. You can actually schedule time with us through the Calendly link below and it'll go right on our calendar and we look forward to helping you with that. If you are in the position where you are trying to buy and sell a house at the same time, check out this video. It'll give you all kinds of tips on how to make that less stressful.